Yeah, I don't expect a market collapse, and certainly the market's expensive. There's no question about that, and I think anyone that's looking for an excuse to perhaps take profits and move on certainly found that either last week with the skirmish with North Korea or today. So, the fact is investors are relatively nervous to begin with, and so looking for this is probably a good excuse to perhaps take some profits. That said, most of the initiatives, whether it's healthcare, tax reform, infrastructure building, and so forth, have virtually been written off by investors since the beginning of the year. So if you look at trading patterns between the election and, say, early December, it would have suggested a 100% chance of a candidate Trump's promises getting signed into law. Between January and this month, nearly 75 to 80% of those trades have been unwound, suggesting that the likelihood of these measures being enacted have really been greatly reduced. So I think it's more related to just the uncertainty and turmoil that maybe right. Trump isn't in office anymore than the policies themselves.
Let me just pick up on that and just ask you how it translated into the sentiment in the corporate earnings season. That's more or less wrapping up, Jack, and especially what the forward guidance told you, and how cautious is it given this policy paralysis?
Yeah, I mean, I think if you look at the large caps and you look at the multinationals, they're doing great. We've got 10% year-over-year earnings growth. We've got a weaker dollar. They're a lot more competitive on the global stage. So most of what we're seeing among the mega caps, among tech, even pharma, appear to be pretty good. Where we're seeing some reticence is, I see small business confidence through the roof. They've pretty much matched where we were in the pre-crisis peak. But spending plans, CapEx, expansion plans, still, there's most business leaders among small businesses are sitting on their wallets. They're not borrowing, they're not expanding. They want to take a wait and see. And this uncertainty just adds to that caution.